Hey folks, it's True North here with yet another mailed-in response to my Chris Benoit tribute challenge. Now, this one was from Diane505C, and in this case, she's actually put out a point-by-point argument. This one's going to be pretty quick. Mind you, she did put in a link to a video, so I'll have to watch that video. But let's address her email first. Okay, point number 1. Now, by the way, Diane, whose email I'm going to be posting on the side there, has said that she, I assume it's a she, disagrees with the majority of my points. Okay, so in point number 1, Diane, you're talking about the way he portrayed good guy versus bad guy and dishing out punishment. Okay. So he allowed his opponents to showcase their talents. That's the gist of your argument there. I mean, you go on about the punishment, but the final sentence in that point, number 1, again, take a look at the side comment, the info box for details, is that he allows them to showcase their talents. I don't know where you're going with that one. I mean, for a good match, both opponents do need to showcase their talents. And since it's a scripted sport, if one wrestler is overshadowing another, then, well, either it's because they're meant to go down fast or they want to make it look good for the crowd. Point 2. You mentioned how Benoit trained in Stu Hart's dungeon. Well, most Albertans know about Stu Hart's dungeon. In fact, I first started watching Stampede Wrestling when I was a kid, so I'm well aware of what the Hart family does. Okay. Now, yes, you say that he had no intention of becoming a Greco-Roman wrestler. Okay, so that just further nails home the point that he did not plan on going into an actual sport, but into a scripted event. So that's actually one of the points I was making. Okay, point number 3. Steroid usage. Okay. You say he was receiving hormone replacement theory. I think you meant therapy. Very different words. Well, yeah, they used steroids. There's a good chance he may have been on them or not. May have had elevated levels of testosterone when he killed his family or not. It doesn't change the fact he killed his family. And doesn't really exonerate. I mean, drunk drivers don't get off just because they're drunk. Think about it. Okay. And still in point 3, by the way. You say there's so much enthusis? I think you mean emphasis. Yeah, there is a lot of emphasis placed on wrestlers and their physiques. Yeah. Just goes to show you. Okay. He had great pride in his work. Okay. Well, I'm not sure what you're arguing there, but I mean, yeah, he has to have an ego in order to portray whether it's a good guy or a bad guy. Doesn't matter whether he's good or evil that week. You have to have an ego in order to go out there and push yourself forward. I mean, that's part of pro wrestling. Yeah, by the way, not being respected because of microphone skills, that's part of pro wrestling, is the working up before the match, shouting into the mic, getting the crowd worked up to see the fight. It's more than just sitting there doing a fight and then walking out. Let's see, point number 5. Let's see, he was a leader in the locker room because he was been doing it for 18 years. Let's see, yeah, so many of the wrestlers talk about how they respected him. So what? One of the wrestlers referred to him as his hero. You didn't say which one, and quite frankly, I'm not about to go and hunt down Benoit's WWE tribute. His hero killed a child. The guy, whatever respect he may have earned throughout his career, I'm sorry, but he killed his wife and then killed his son. Can you tell me what he did in his past that justifies the murders that he committed? Anyways, I'm going to stop the video here and watch this other video that Diane sent me. I'll also include that in the sidebar. Okay, so I haven't really finished watching that video, but I can already tell within the first 20-30 seconds of the video that this is one of those paranoid conspiracy theory videos. And if you really want, I'm going to tear this puppy to pieces, because quite frankly, it's mind-boggling that you guys can't get through your thick skull that Chris Benoit is a freaking killer. He murdered his wife and then his son. Very simple, very straightforward. That's what he did. I'm going to take a look at your video here that you linked to me, Diane, and I will take a look at all these quick flashing points that they're trying to make. Why didn't this happen? Why didn't that happen? And you know what? We're going to find out that it's got nothing. Like all conspiracy theories, they try and grab anything that can potentially put a hole in the official story, whether or not all these facts that the conspiracy theorists gather together contradict each other or not. So we're going to look at that, and I'll do a second video. So stay tuned.